Good evening, all. Yeah, first of all, thank you for joining this professional development session. So today is the 10th session. We started almost 2 months back. Every Sunday, every Saturday, we've been handling this session, having this session 1 hour. It's good, actually. It's a good knowledge sharing or knowledge learning session. Today, I'm going to talk about best practices for data centers. What are the best practices? Each system should have their own standards, so own practices. So then only it will be the best practice. They call best practices. With the best practices, uh, we can avoid the failures. We can have accurate data, and it will be this as per the global standard. The first point is measuring the data and accurate logs of assets. When you talk about measuring the data, you can say both electrical data as well as HVAC data. In terms of electrical systems, each row should have a dedicated meter, and that meter capable to connect BMS system or any advanced IoT system, IoT based systems, particularly PM, you called PMA, power monitoring systems. So any systems that meter should be able to connect and monitoring through the BMS. Then that energy meters reading should be recorded 24 hours once manually, or you can download it and keep it the data. So once data is downloaded, that should be verified on day by day, every day, whether day by day you should have cross check what is the yesterday's consumption, what is the today consumption. So row wise any variations is there. That is the one accurate data. You should have it, because any problems or anything identification, first thing is data is required. If we have a proper data, then solving the problem is very easy. Then second, come to that HVAC system. HVAC system, same in the data centers or in the labs. Mostly an precision air conditioning system will be there. Even AHUs or air handling units also will be there. Even those CSU and other kind of air conditioning units will have it. All this air condition should have show exact parameters, and that log should be accurate. When you people are logging the reports on frequent basis, all these parameters should be accurate. In terms of HVAC, precision air conditioner shows supply air temperature, return air temperature. In case of DX unit, that pressure, line pressure, chilled water system, inlet water temperature, outlet water temperature. What else? There are different kinds of parameters, and the PACs it will show, generally PAC it will show 12 to 18 parameters. Not all parameters are very critical, but at least 10 to 12 parameters should be recorded. That data should be accurate. Every 2 months once, this data should be cross-checked, whether this energy meter showing exact reading. I see most of the energy meters having some losses, 5 to 10% losses will be there. That losses we should measure it in the clamp meters, and we have to default it, or you can analyze it. Okay, then come to precision air condition. Also, all the sensors should be calibrated. So the standard calibrated sensor should be brought, and supply, return air temperature, all this should be cross checked and set it accurately. So if you have accurate data, then measuring and any analyzation for that will very helpful. Second point, power usage efficiency or effectiveness. This is one. This will shows exactly what is the level of PUE, and that will deliberated with tier data center. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 is the value is given based on the PUE. So if PUE level 1.2 to 1.3, that is a very efficient data center. That is comes under tier 1. PUE level is 1.5 to 1.6. That will be the good or average data center. PUE level 1.6 to 1.8 or 1.65 to 1.8 or 8, that will called average data center. Anything above 2, that is ineffective data center. So all our data centers comes under, generally in India, it will be 1.55 to 1.65. So in case having very good infrastructure, very good how the PU calculation? PU calculation is very simple. Total IT load divided by total building load. Building load in the sense, not entire building, particular this data center building load, which is connected to HVAC power, which is connected to UPS room power and UPS losses, and the air conditioning losses and the lighting power. All this included is the total power. So total IT load divided by total building load. If you put it like that, then that PU it will come. Based on the PU, your data center efficiency will be derived. Next point, optimized airflow management. Most of the data centers nowadays, they designed with cold oil, hot oil containment system. Earlier, that system was not there. Now, cold oil, hot oil is the very crucial things, and it will directly work on, directly affect you on the power efficiency and even energy saving as well. So, if you have a good cold oil, hot oil containment, that your PU level will come down. It will come down to below 1.55. If you don't have proper systems, cold and hot oil system, PUE level above 1.6 or 1.7. That's why optimizing airflow. And again, some of the air conditioning units are fan speed can be adjustable, variable. So you should, based on your IT load, based on the heat load, these AC units should regulate it automatically or manually also you can regulate it. So that required airflow you can give, not overcooling, not overheated as well. So overcooling also loss of energy. See, nowadays people are talking our data centers temperature should be, people used to talk 10 years back, 18 degree. You should be maintained 18 to 20 degree. That concept is gone now. Now, ASHRAE, American heat ventilation standard system, ASHRAE is recommended anything data center should be about 25, 26, 27. You can go up to your desired limit unless it should not impact the server's operation. Anything above 5, that is ASHRAE standard now, so that we are not overcooling the data center. The equipments are running up to above optimization level. So airflow optimization also one of the important point. Next point, backup for an efficient system. Like as I mentioned, air conditioning should have a backup powers. Like if it is a precision air condition should have a dual fluid units. One is chilled water, another one is DX. In case of chilled water, and again chilled water is coming from the chillers. Chiller should have backup also, one working chiller and one standby chiller. Imagine in case of chiller got trips, some other reasons. Again, that should be integrated to BMS. People should be able to monitor it. In case of chiller trips, without any impact to the data centers, based on the airflow temperature, internal air temperature, precision air conditioner should go to DX mode, so that data center temperature will be managed and maintained. Same way in the electrical system, source 1, source 2 should be there available any given time. In case of one source fails, again their UPS should have a backup. Probably parallel systems or standby systems should be there. That also fails, then power should go back to source 2. Then source should have a sufficient backup, so that any given time, no power impact or no air conditioning impact. That should be evaluated frequently or 6 months once or yearly once, and ensure it what are the risk and mitigation plan should be planned. Last point, or the not least, preventive and proactive maintenance. We are all doing preventive maintenance. That is one of our key area in the facility management system, maintaining the equipments. Preventive maintenance, all the equipment should have decided frequency, like quarterly. UPS systems you can take quarterly. Preventive maintenance they planned quarterly. Once you'll do the UPS thorough checking, online PM, battery load test, battery conditions, and other parameters will check in the UPS systems. Similar way, air conditioning units also bi-monthly or quarterly, you have to do it. During that time, you have to check all the components in the air conditioning system, easy fans, in case of belt drive, belt condition, Our sensors are showing accurate reading. There are parameters. In preventive maintenance, I'll not go with depth. We all know that kind of parameters should be thoroughly checked. Any problem identified, we have to work on that. That is corrective maintenance. And one more is there proactive maintenance. Proactive maintenance comes in case of equipments are complete their timeline, complete their life, EOL, they called end of life. So we should have analyze the equipment condition, like losses or what is the efficiency. Then we have to take the action whether that equipment should be replaced or reconditioned or any component should be changed. That is proactive maintenance. If you do all these things, it will be the best practices and it will helpful to data center efficiency, as well as it will be well managed and avoid the downtime, improve the uptime, and it is benefit to all maintenance staff as well. With that, I'll go with question and answer sessions. If you have any questions, please ask and we'll discuss